Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. We'll get started here in just a moment. Okay, you are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is NEHRU. Hope you're doing well wherever you are, okay? Spiritually and energetically. So in shuffling the tarot, we have the Three of Pentacles for teamwork. I'm getting for a great work. For a great work. We have the pothole, okay? Grand Rising, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So here are the three that are on top. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is NEHRU. I am an extraterrestrial. I am an Earth Angel, a light worker. I am a descendant of Yeshua, direct descendant, okay? And I've come here for the 10th and final time to help us raise the vibration of each other, as well as open up Gaia again so that they can start releasing to us the things that they are to release to us. Gaia has been asleep for a long time because of the way that man treats Gaia. Gaia is the earth, okay? Confirmation horn honk. All right. Before we get into the reading, my life is meant to be a demonstration, okay? And I was going to say a journey, but it's meant to be a demonstration. And so in that demonstration, I'm going to demonstrate. So I have decided to release my divine masculine, whoever she is, okay? If you do not understand male and female divine masculines and that sort of thing, then perhaps you should read some more, okay? But divine masculines can be men or women. Divine feminines can be men or women. Anyone who has a channel and they are reading tarot cards, okay? and they only speak to the divine feminine as being a woman or the divine masculine as being a man, I would no longer listen to them. Okay? They do not have a full understanding of what masculine and feminine energy is. Okay? If all they say is she, when they're talking about the divine feminine, I would release that reader, whoever they are. Okay? So my demonstration is releasing my divine masculine back to Erevat, back to divine source. And this is after much meditating, contemplating, manifesting her, whoever she is, focusing on her. Hey, Justice League, thank you so much for tuning in, brother. Hope you're doing well in Houston. Okay. And so I release her back to divine source. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what her journey is. Okay. We get the drag ass energy out here often. Okay. And so again, I don't know what she's up to, what she's doing, but in my releasing of her, I also release control. I release control of the outcome. I release controlling her life. And I send her back to divine source to continue on the path that she was on prior to her coming into the knowledge of me, because she knows who I am. And again, she has chosen not to come forward. Okay? That's not my decision. That's her decision. Okay? You can't force anyone to come to you, to move towards you. You can't influence anyone's free will. Okay? So I release my divine masculine back to divine source, back to wherever she was, whatever path she was on, whoever she was dating, whoever she was involved with. I release her back to that sacral energy. I release her back to whoever that was, is, or however. I release her back to them. And I take on the monk energy. Okay? And I take on the monk energy. So I've decided to release any ambitions or goals or what have you in regards to marriage, in regards to a divine union. Erevat, I release all of that back to you. And again, I release her back to whatever journey she was on. Okay? I did cord cutting from the root and from the sacral today as a clarification and signification for releasing that divine masculine back to her own path, wherever she came from, whatever she's doing. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, collective. Okay? So again, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have a pothole. Okay? So a stumbling block of some sort on your way to financial freedom. Okay? A stumbling block of some sort on your way to financial freedom. That's what a pothole is. Okay? You have to slow down for potholes, right? Hello, DP. Hello, DP. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. I am looking at the Eight of Wands message. Okay. I am less resistant to love, and I feel pushed to take action and follow my heart without any hesitation. Again, return to sender for me. This is a return to sender now energy. This is a return to sender energy at this time and forever. Okay? I will never, divine masculine, I will never pick you back up again. Okay? I will never pick up your energy again. Okay? I will never work on manifesting you ever again. Okay? In times past, when I've gotten to this point and to this moment, I was in masculine energy. But I am not in masculine energy at this time. Okay? I release this message. Okay? Just as I've released you. Okay? For you collective investigators, thank you so much for tuning in. There is someone out here, if you are on a love journey, there is someone out here who has been resistant to love, your love in general, okay? And they're feeling pushed to take action, okay? The other card that is showing is justice, okay? So justice in your love life, justice in your financial situation. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me see the names here. Hello, Heather. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Mike. Mickey. Is it Mickey? Mikey, Mickey? Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. You're welcome, DP. I'm not sure what you're thanking me for, but you're welcome. So let's go ahead and get into the energy. Let's go ahead and pull some more tarot here. Three of Pentacles, pothole, Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card, and someone in the Eight of Wands energy who has been resistant to love, expressing that love. They could have had a crush on you, and they have been reluctant to express that. We have the Devil out here. The Eight of Pentacles. I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So we have the Page of Cups out here. This could be the reason why they have not come forward. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay. I don't recall your name coming up in the chat. Is this your first time tuning in? Or just your first time commenting? And that's to Micah, Mickey, M-I-K-I. Okay. Could be something about a Mikey, a Mickey. Okay. A Mickey is a drink. Okay. A Mickey is a drink. Okay. I did get some wine today. I did purchase some wine today. Okay. Again, in part to help me further relax and release that divine masculine. Okay. So there's a devil energy out here. The Hierophant flipped over, but it did not come out. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Okay. So we have the Strength card out here. Okay. Your strength is needed at this time, collective and investigators. Oh, and behind the Devil card, I did not see that. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So you being guarded, you having boundaries. Okay. As I do. You having boundaries around your heart so that you do not get deceived, manipulated, tricked, bamboozled, and hoodwinked by some karmic love offer. Okay. Refuse their offer. Okay. Refuse their offer. Okay. And when I say their offer, your intuition lets you know. Okay. So whoever this individual is, okay, with this Page of Wands energy out here, they could be emotionally immature. They could have not known love when they were a child. Okay. They could have needed to heal childhood wounds. You could have needed to heal childhood wounds in the way of love, collective, not knowing what love is, okay? I want to know what love is. I know you can show me. Okay? So someone feels like you can show them love, okay? You can show them love like they've never known before. I never knew love like this before. Okay? Someone never knew love like yours, collective. Okay. Hello, Keely. Hello, Keely. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning into the live. Okay. So again, from the first go around with the tarot, we have the Devil. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. You focused, diligent, okay, hard at work, utilizing the tools and resources that you have, whatever that happens to be, financially and spiritually, okay? You gain more spiritual gifts, or not gain, but you access more spiritual gifts as you ascend, okay? As you cut cords. Cincy, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. First time here, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, all right? So we have the Strength card, okay? You being in your strength, you needing strength. Investigators, you need strength to tell the truth, okay? An emotionally immature energy out here. Again, that's why I release my divine feminine or divine masculine today. Okay, back to divine source, so that I could walk away from that union, so that I can continue on my journey. And it's not a mean thing, okay? It's not a mean thing. Mickey, I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. I don't know if English is not your first language, but your messages are not making any sense. And if they continue to be scrambled, okay, I will delete your ass off the live, okay? I will remove you, okay? So, Mickey, again, you might want to read your messages before you send them, okay? All the flowers and shit, that don't mean anything to me. Okay? All the emojis and all that bullshit, that means nothing to me. Okay? So, again, speak clearly or shut up. Okay? Thank you, Justice League. Yeah, speak clearly or shut up. Okay? The divine beings in this live, okay, they don't need to be listening to your scrambled ass messages. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay? We have the Eight of Wands energy out here. I am less resistant to your love, and I feel pushed to take action and follow my heart without hesitation. Okay? Again, for those of you that resonate with a love journey this lifetime, or continue to, we have the Justice card out here. Okay? Justice, financially speaking, justice and love. Okay? I'm reminded of Poetic Justice, the movie starring Janet Jackson, Tupac Shakur, Regina King, Joe Torre. Listen to the names. I said Janet and Jackson. I said Joe and Torre. I said Regina and King. Okay? And I said Tupac Shakur. Okay? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So some type of money on the way. And again, that is the slowest moving energy in Tarot. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the Tarot. Okay. So whatever you've been manifesting, collective, you could be on your ascension journey for, and I say ascension journey, meaning conscious spiritual journey, meditating, clearing your energy, cutting what no longer serves you. Okay. You could have been on this journey for the last 7 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 8 years, 5 years, 12, 7, whatever, okay? You've been at it for a minute, okay? You've been at it for a minute, okay? Again, Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving energy in the Tarot. So we have potholes, Those are delays. That's what that represents. Okay. 7 years DP, yeah, I resonate with that for sure. 7 years, I resonate with that. Okay. This year will be the 8th year of my kidney transplant. 8th year of kidney transplant. And in fact, confirmation. I'm looking at the number of people in the room and the likes. Okay. So we have 17 people in the room, well, had 17 people in the room and 7 likes. That kidney transplant manifested and received on 7/7/17, 7/7/17 after 4.5 years of dialysis. 16 years Justice League, okay? 16 years, okay? 3 of Pentacles for teamwork. And we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, okay? So this 10 of Wands energy in reverse represents someone who cannot stand, okay? Someone who cannot stand on whatever lies they told. They're buckling. Confirmation burp. They're buckling. So what does it mean to buckle? When you're standing up and you almost faint, you're buckling. The knees are buckling. You're buckling, okay? Nice, DP. 419, okay? 419, investigators. 419 resonates for a case for you. Otherwise, she wouldn't have said it. Or I say she, but he or she. I assume DP is a she, but that's just because of the energy, okay? Could be a male, all right? Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and pull some angel numbers right away. What's going on, Omega? All right. What's going on, sweetheart? All right. Yep, she. I picked up the female energy, yeah. Divine source, angel numbers, divine source, ancestors of the collective or investigators, whatever they need to see. Okay, so we have 2020. Okay, so that's a 6-year journey. 2020 to this point is a 6-year journey. Okay, 6-year journey. 2020. Something about perfect vision spiritually. That happens only through your third eye. Okay, only through your third eye. You can be physically blind and have 20/20 vision. Shout out Stevie Wonder. Shout out Ray Charles. Okay, shout out. Okay. And we have 0303 along with 1515, okay? So, 0303, thank you so much for the love, everybody. Thank you so much for the love, all right? So, we have 0303 for taking chances, taking chances. So again, that could speak to the 8 of Wands message out here about someone feeling pushed to take action towards you, collective, okay? Again, to whoever my divine masculine female is, I return you back to divine source and the path that you were on prior to you coming into the knowledge of me. I release you back to that path. 1515 is the big break. Okay, we'll read the message when we pull it from the stack, okay? Thank you so much, Sensei. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Also, oh, you're speaking to Janice. What's going on, Janice? What's going on? I didn't even see your message up there. Shout out to you, Janice. All right. 2020 for compassion. Okay. Feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from, everyone. I am in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay, I've been traveling in Southeast Asia since May 5th of last year. Okay, May 5th of last year. Investigators, collective, investigators already know. They watch the channel. That's for damn sure. Okay, the government already knows. They watch the channel. That's for damn sure. Okay, so I'm not hiding from anyone. I'm not on the run. Okay, someone is. Cincinnati. Oh, from Cincinnati to California. Okay, okay. So from the Midwest to the West Coast. Okay. Midwest to the West Coast. Divine Source, reveal to us through these cards what it is that needs to confirmation. Okay, because that's all that tarot is a confirmation. Reveal to us what it is that needs to be revealed in regards to us and our spiritual journey here in the 3D. Okay, you are not a you are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, just like you are or have been a spiritual being having extraterrestrial experiences. Okay. Okay, so here's my message also. This resonates for me. Grand Falls, New Brunswick. Ooh, from Grand Falls, New Brunswick, New York, Michigan, Fairfield, Iowa. Okay. Yeah. You say Motown in the chat. Motown in the chat, right? Okay, so on one side of 2020, okay, it says we can't heal them all, simply walk away. We can't heal them all, simply walk away, okay? And again, that goes with my energy and my earlier message. If you did not hear that earlier message, you might want to rewind it, okay? 2020, and someone's getting TV dinners for life, okay? That is imprisonment. TV dinners for life, okay? That could be the individual who's now buckling, whose knees are buckling, okay? That could be the individual who's now getting incarcerated in the Ten of Wands in reverse, okay? Those wands to them are now jail cell bars, okay? Jail cell bars, okay? This message says, it is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct. It is also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. 2020 for mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, okay, and renewal. 2020. 2020. We all know what the year 2020 meant for this earth, okay? It was a global shutdown. Someone's getting incarcerated and having TV dinners for the rest of their natural life, okay? This individual's last name or some part of their name could be Campbell, Campbell, okay? Like Campbell chicken soup. Oh, yeah, DP, okay? Go outside, okay? For those of you who are able to, spend some time out in nature, okay? Amongst the flowers, amongst the trees, amongst the leaves, amongst the feathers, amongst the water, okay? Here in Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon in Vietnam, I am right on the Saigon River. The hotel that I am staying at is right on the Saigon River. Okay? So go outside, collective. That is on one side of the strength card, okay? So your solar plexus, your confidence. Yeah, too cold. I understand that, Heather, for sure. I am not a cold weather person. I am not. The last time I spent a winter in snow, I was in the military. Okay? I was stationed, or no, I was deployed actually the last winter I spent because it was over the holiday season. And yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. I am, Cincy. Yeah, this is my Job experience, but my ancestors sent me to Southeast Asia for a long vacation since May 5th of last year. Okay? All right? Okay. Okay, there's definitely something going on, some type of warning or something of some sort. Okay, something's touching my left ear. Okay, something about a racist. Okay, we do not have any names out here yet, but something about a racist. Okay, this racist, their name could start with a J, Jerry, Jerome, Jerry, female, Jerry, male. Okay, someone could be geriatric or have a geriatric pregnancy, or could have had. Woo, damn, 16 below? Oh, shit. Woo. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. And again, we're all called to where we're called to be for whatever seasons and times we're called to be there. Ugh, no, that's rough. That's rough, Justice League. That is rough. Okay. Oh, your dad's name is Jerry. Welcome in, Autumn. Welcome in. Good to see you once again. Okay. Anthony. Okay. Anthony could be a racist. Tony, Antonio. Their name could be Anthony and they go by Tony. Okay. A racist. This doesn't have to be a racist against your skin color. This could be a racist against your beliefs. Okay. Someone could be racist against your beliefs. Okay. So you don't believe in abortions and they do, or you do and they don't. You believe it's women's choice, whatever. It could be anything. You believe in cheese on your burger. They don't believe in cheese on their burger, whatever it is. It could be anything. Someone is against whatever it is that you do, you say, how you live, how you walk. Okay. Son's name, Anthony. All right, Autumn. Okay. So something's out here for Autumn. Okay. On the other side of Anthony, we have the angel number 1515. Okay. 1515. So, collective investigators, one of the ways that I want to help us to start thinking better, okay, intuitively, is let's say, for instance, you're looking at the clock and it's 3:15 in the afternoon, in the morning, particularly with 15:15 in the afternoon. The original clock is 24 hours. Okay, again, man has changed a lot of shit, okay? Not 12 and 12, it was 24 hours. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I see we have 20 people in the live and 11 likes. Thank you so much, okay? So, oh, that's okay. Thank you always, okay? If you're not talking to anyone whose name is Anthony, then this doesn't resonate for you, okay? If you do not know anyone whose name is Anthony, then again, take what resonates always, and that means what easily fits. So if you don't know an Anthony, that part isn't for you. Comprende? Okay. So we have 15:15, okay? So in the afternoon, it is 15:15 at some point, okay? That's 3:15 in the afternoon. Again, the original clock was 24 hours, okay? So when you see 3:15, 15:15 is 3:15, 5:55, okay? So 5:55. When you see 3:15, it's the same thing as seeing 5:55. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? Again, to change the way that you see the world, change the way that you see synchronicities, okay? I am a master builder 33. That is a master teacher. Okay? This is for the big break, 15:15, the big break, okay? Hey, Nicholas, what's going on, Nicholas? Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, all right? And it is all about alignment, okay? So 15:15 for the big break. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous success comes from passion, All efforts will be rewarded big time, the big break. Okay, again, some of you have been waiting for this big break. 16 years, Justice League said. Someone else said 7 years. No, yeah, someone said 7 years or something like that. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Right. Yes, 7 DP. Yep. Okay. So some type of long-awaited break is in the works, collective. Okay, some long-awaited break, investigators. This could be a smoking gun that you get, FBI agents. This could be a smoking gun. Got a horn honk on smoking gun. Okay, so we have another 16-year journey here. Okay, so 8 could be significant. 808, August 8th, the time 808. Okay, in the evening, if you see 808, okay, you are looking at 2008, 2008 in the afternoon. 2008, okay, is 808. All right. We have 0303 for taking chances, okay? Be a calculated risk taker, collective. Be a calculated risk taker. Yep, you're welcome, Nicholas. You're welcome. I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you, okay? Is this your first time tuning in? Okay. On taking chances, we have the name Slade, Sadie. It could be Sade, like the music artist, the jazz music artist, Sade, okay? Slade, Sadie, and Sylvester. Sade, okay, paid for her daughter, who she had at some point. She paid for her daughter to have her vagina changed to a dick. The music artist Sade paid for her born daughter that she birthed into this world. She paid for them to have their vagina changed to a dick. And they recently got married to a woman. Okay, so Sade is a karmic ass. Low vibrational, yep, shaking my head. What a fucking shame. Okay, what a fucking shame. Okay. Okay, my Cane Corso, okay. Her name is Sadie, okay. I did have to release her, but her name is Sadie, okay? Cane Corso. I've always liked man dogs. I like the working class dog, okay? Man dogs, okay? Give me just one moment. I like man dogs. That's my baby. Confirmation horn honk. I like man dogs. Okay. Sylvester Turner. Cincy, thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas, so praying that the country get back to God is it's a good thought. However, what really needs to be done is high vibrational beings need to be placed in these positions to bring about change. That's what needs to happen. Okay? So we need divine masculines and divine feminines in office. Okay? And if President Trump is not, okay, he can't serve any more terms beyond this one anyway, according to the U.S. law. But we need divine masculines and divine feminines in charge of the music industry. So a divine masculine or divine feminine needs to take Suge Knight's spot. Okay? Justice League mentioned Motown, okay, because someone is in the room from Michigan, okay? Barry Gordy, confirmation nose itch. So we need somebody, the next music mogul, okay? We need them to be a divine masculine or divine feminine so that they can stop having females giving up their sacral energy, okay, in order to get a record deal, or in order for people like P. Diddy to stop fucking on the man, and Quincy Jones to stop fucking on the man, okay, in order to get them a deal. Okay, we need divine masculines and divine feminines in these positions. We need political, we need congresswomen, congressmen. We need these individuals who are dark and low vibrational out. And those of you who are citizens of the U.S., you elect these individuals in a lot of cases. So vote for someone else next time. Okay? We have, I tried to poison you by putting toxins in your food or drinks, your karmic lover. Okay? I tried to poison you by putting toxins in your food or drink, your karmic lover. Excellent, Sensei. Excellent, excellent. Okay? We all can do our part, and that starts with raising your own vibration. Okay? We can't pray for God to be instituted or back instituted into schools or whatever. We can't pray for any of that if we ourselves are not living that journey. And that's not a religious journey. Church is a bunch of bullshit. You heard what I said. Church is a bunch of bullshit. Okay? The true life path is one of spirituality. It is not one of religion. It is not one of religion. Religion has never helped anyone ascend. Religion has never taught anyone to meditate. Does your minister, does your pastor, Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, okay, Tammy Faye Baker, whoever these individuals are, the Prince guy, whoever that is, okay, none of these individuals have ever told you to meditate. They've never told you the truth about Matthew 6:33. They've never told you the truth. Matthew 6:33, we read it the other day. It says, open your third eye, open your single eye so that you can see the light. Because it goes on to say, if you keep your third eye closed or blind, you will remain in darkness. That's what Matthew 6:22 says. There is no religious ass minister in the world tomorrow that will tell you that. None. Okay? On the other side of tried to poison you by putting toxins in your food and drink, we have that Eight of Wands message. Okay? And we have East London. Okay? Anyone in here from London? Anyone in here from London? Okay? London, England. Okay? Anyone here from England? Okay? Good job, Nicholas. Okay? Following your intuition, connecting to divine source. Okay? Their divine name is Eravat. Eravat. That is the name Enoch spoke of in the books of Enoch. Confirmation horn honk. Eravat. Okay? Their name is not Jehovah. Their name is not God. There are many gods. That's why thou shalt have no other God before me, because there are other gods. Okay? So, East and London could be someone's name. London, East, London bridges falling down. Okay? Next, we have take the trash out, collective. Take the trash out. Okay? So there's some of you, okay, who need to take the trash out. What does that mean? Trash stinks, right? Trash stinks, and it needs to be taken out on a regular basis. So remove the clutter. This could speak of clutter in your house, okay? Where energy is kept, energy is stored. If you have mirrors in your house, cleanse your mirrors, okay? If you don't cleanse, you need to start, okay? So take the trash out. Whatever is stinking in your house, whoever is stinking in your house, take them out. In your spiritual house, whoever is stinking, take it out. Put it on the curb. Release it. Okay? That's what I did to the divine masculine, okay? Who's, I don't know, doing whatever. I don't know what she's doing, okay? But whatever she's doing, I took that trash out today and forever. Again, I embrace my full monk journey, okay? And that is a journey of celibacy, okay? That is a journey of uprightness, okay? And I have been celibate for some time. Lords of London, Lords of London, yeah. Thank you so much, Justice League, okay? Big love to you, okay? For all that you add to the energy each and every time you come on. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Some type of stumbling block. Okay. We have Army. Okay. Confirmation. We have Army. Okay. Army. I served in the United States Army from 1995 to 2003 on active duty. 1995 to 2003, the United States Army, 8 years. Okay. We have Uruguay and Uriah investigators. Uruguay and Uriah. Okay. Could be something about Uriah, Moriah. Okay. We know about Mariah Carey. Okay. Uriah, Uruguay. Uruguay. Okay? So something's out here about Uruguay, a crime of any sort. I'm looking at Pisces, okay? I always speak to the signs unless divine says otherwise. When I say a zodiac sign, it's the sun sign, unless divine speaks otherwise, okay? It's the sun sign. So you don't have to guess, okay? So Pisces sun sign. We have an HVAC specialist, okay? An HVAC specialist. That's a heating, ventilation, and air conditioning specialist, someone who has that trade, been to school for that trade, okay? And a Pisces. This could be the same individual or a different individual. Yeah. All right. On the other side of Pisces, with this Ten of Wands that was in reverse, again, someone has no leg to stand on today, okay? No leg to stand on. All the lies, all the deception, they have no leg to stand on today, okay? Whoever is investigating your case is seeing this. They have no leg to stand on. What? They don't have an OnlyFans page? What? They're not a rapist. What? They don't molest children. What? What do you say? They're not gang stalking you. You're gang stalking them. The investigators are starting to see the light. They're starting to see the light. And who the innocent and who the perpetrators are. Okay? This message on this Ten of Wands in reverse said, I did beauty spells against you because you are beautiful. Okay? Handsome, beautiful. Somebody did beauty spells against you because of what you physically look like. Okay? This also could be because of your aura. You're unconditionally loving, and they just hate that. Yeah. Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor. All right? That also reminds me of Tyrone Davis. Johnny Taylor, the music artist. Okay? Also reminds me of Tyrone Davis. Okay, Tyrone Davis. Okay. The name Dallas. Okay, we got Texas in the house already. Okay, so Dallas or someone's name Dallas. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, that other card was difficult to see. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that comes in better, right? So on the other side of Dallas, we have the Justice card, okay? And we have the name Kerner, okay? Someone's first name could also start with a K. Okay? Someone could have gotten married. and they still keep their first, or they keep their maiden name, okay, or use it, okay? They could have a hyphenated last name, okay? So the names we have out here, or what we have out here so far, we have can't heal them all, simply walk away. Somebody's getting TV dinners for life, investigators, collective, okay? It's time to take the trash out. Okay, someone is a HVAC specialist, works on heating and air conditioning units. Okay, the military is significant. Okay, we have go outside if you can. I wouldn't go outside in minus 16-degree weather. Someone in the comments said it was minus 16 degrees wherever they are. No, thank you. All right, we have a Pisces sun sign out here. We have the name Anthony, could be Tony, could be whatever. They could go by Ant, okay? Could be Antonio, okay? Antoine. We have Uruguay and Uriah, okay? And I think I mentioned the racist East London, okay? That's what we have out so far. All right. On the devil, okay? On the devil, we have Josie, okay? Josie and the Pussycats, okay? This could be a coven of women, okay? Josie and the Pussycats. This could be a coven of women, okay? Could be something about a music band out here, a band, okay? On the other side of the devil, we have Nova Scotia, Nevada, and Naples, okay? It could be Napals with Naples, okay? But the pronunciation is the same, so. Okay. Josie could be in the Army. Somebody could be in Nevada, currently investigators. They could be in Las Vegas, okay? Spending money, blowing money, careless, okay? In the Two of Pentacles for lack of balance, okay? Nova Scotia. We have the CIA out here. You are who this channel was created for, CIA, okay? Central Intelligence Agency, okay? Also NIA, National Intelligence Agency, okay? CIA. They used to say this buds for you, CIA agents. This reading's buds for you. This reading buds for you, okay? On the other side of the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Or excuse me, Nine of Pentacles. We have a bisexual cross-dresser here, okay? Again, this energy came out recently, I think, maybe in the last reading, 2 readings ago. Bisexual cross-dresser. Yeah. Go figure. They would name someplace in Nevada where it is a desert. Go figure. They would give it a name that means snow. That's like naming Iceland when it is actually greener, okay, than Greenland. Did you know that? Iceland is greener than Greenland. Greenland is really the ice land, and Iceland's really the Greenland. That's what man does. That's what man does, okay? So this CIA agent could be a bisexual cross-dresser, okay? There could be a CIA agent out here, FBI, judge. There are judges that watch. There could be a CIA agent out here that is a bisexual cross-dresser. I'm reminded of a case in Canada, I believe, and this guy was in the military too. I don't know if it was Army, but there was a guy in the military who murdered his wife, maybe even his whole family, murdered his wife because she had discovered that he was a cross-dresser. And he was in the military, okay? He was in the military, high-ranking officer in the military, colonel, lieutenant colonel, major, something, captain, something, okay? Yeah, so that could be something. CIA agent, cross-dresser. Okay. There's something about getting into your light aura collective. In the last live we had, there was someone who asked me, how do I tap into confirmation? How do I tap into my feminine energy? And this was a female asking. She said, how do I tap more into my female energy? Okay, especially if you spent a long time fighting demonic energies and spirits. At some point you will need to get into a more nurturing energy. You could watch Hallmark movies, okay? Again, I recommended to her in that time that she watch childhood cartoons, childhood movies, childhood shows, okay? To get back into that feminine energy. Okay, again, Hallmark shows, movies, okay? Lifetime, maybe Lifetime, more Hallmark. Okay? And again, with what I've spoken over about my divine masculine, okay, and I shouldn't even say my anymore, what I've spoken about the divine masculine female is me releasing her. I released her back to divine source. I released her back to the path that she was on before she came into the awareness of me, okay? Even though we have an Eight of Wands card out here that says someone's ready to move forward, I released her back to divine source and back to her path wherever she was, okay? So whoever she was fucking on before she came into the knowledge of who I am, okay? Or before she found me on social media or however she came about me, it's definitely no one from the past this lifetime, that's for sure. So, yeah, okay? I released her back to whatever she was involved in, her career, okay? That could be what has her, whatever, busy, I don't know, okay? But yeah, I released her back to divine source so that I can be free, okay? Because no one is worth waiting for. No one is worth hindering your journey for, collective. No one is worth holding up your journey, okay? When I was younger, and this was immature, but when I was younger, I dated someone for a long time, for years. And if we were getting ready to go somewhere and she wasn't ready, I would leave. Okay? And you might think that's mean or inconsiderate, and I agree into some degree, okay? But yeah, my patience today is much better than what it was when I was 19, all right? So, yeah, but again, I was willing to put up with a lot more bullshit back then than more so than I am today, okay? So, I would just leave her. She had a car. I would just leave her. We need to be out of here at this particular time. This is before the military. After the military, I got even more rigid. Hey, we need to be out of the house at 6:30 so that we can make it there on time, so that I don't have to rush, increase the chances of car accident, whatever. We need to go ahead and allow ourselves enough time to do that. You want to drag gas? You want to be slow? Okay. So again, women might see that as being mean, but you got the same 24 hours in a day that a man does. Okay? You have the same 24 hours in a day that a man does. Okay? Jessica Aber was murdered, okay? She will continue to tell her story, okay? Until the FBI tells the truth about her, okay? She will continue to tell her story until the CIA. Yeah, it's a choice they chose, okay? So, Jessica Aber, U.S. attorney, okay? She was murdered, okay? Go read her story. She was murdered last year in 2025, okay? The year of the snake, okay? And the CIA and other government agencies have not released the full story about her, because that was a government hit put on by the Biden administration. Yeah, so am I, Omega. So am I. So am I. Okay? So, the CIA, FBI, or whoever else, they are lying to the United States public about this Jessica Aber situation. Yes, they are. They are lying. They are lying 100%. 100% as those 100s fly up. They are lying. Okay? On the other side of Jessica Aber was murdered. Okay, that also could be a different Jessica and a different Aber. Okay? Knight of Swords. Okay? So, again, protected. Okay, you in your Knight of Swords energy. Okay? You can be a female and be in your Knight of Swords energy. You protecting yourself. You are celibate. Okay? Single. Sophisticated. Smart. Wise. Sexy. Okay? But nobody gets your sexy unless they're qualified. And again, for divine unions, that is only one. You can still have relations with high vibrational soulmates. Okay? But yeah. Okay? Female cousin named Jessica. Okay? All right? So, don't think twice. Act now on that word. Okay? So whatever you just got before you came into this live collective, whatever you were meditating on, the last thing you wrote in your journal, whatever that is, that last word, act on it now. Okay? And again, this could be for the counterpart who drags ass. Okay? Again, yeah. I just had to release her in order to release myself. And again, I don't even know who she is. Okay? Don't think twice. Act on that word. It'll keep you protected. Okay? We have a Virgo out here in the energy. A Virgo. Yeah, Omega. Okay? All right? Someone else said, was that you, Omega, who used the word quantum something, or did someone else? Let me scroll up and see. Oh, the name Kareem. I thought I saw someone else use the word quantum earlier. Okay. All right. So Virgo. Okay. And again, Virgo sun sign. Virgo sun sign. Okay. So there's a Virgo who needs to act on the word, whatever that word is that they got. Okay, there's a Virgo that needs to act on that word. Okay. You're the Virgo, investigators collective, judge, attorney, or someone else is. Confirmation, someone else is. Page of Cups on Central America. Okay. So a Page of Cups, Central America. This immature energy could be in Central America. That could be where they fled to, investigators. Central America. They could be in Bogota, Colombia. They could be in Panama. Okay? Panama City is in Florida. Panama is in Central America. Okay? This Page of Wands. This immature, emotionally immature energy. Again, someone who has unhealed childhood wounds out here. Okay? And lastly, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is revealing fraud. Okay? And again, we got this out here. Someone's son has died because of the witchcraft that they did to you. Okay? So someone's son out here is no longer physically on this planet because of the witchcraft that someone was doing to you. Their father or their mother or both. Someone's son has been taken out. Okay? I said their name is ERAVAT and not God or Jehovah. Okay? It's Eravat. Okay. Well, I mean, yes, in a way, Omega, and yet at the same time, that child also has their own, they have their own journey to fulfill. Okay. Children do not belong to us. We do not own the children that we bring into this earth or we take part in birth. We do not own them. Okay. The lie is, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. That's the lie. Okay. That's the lie. Just because you came through their coochie doesn't mean they gave you life. Confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Just because they came through your coochie doesn't mean you brought them life. Just because it's your sperm that got to the egg, it doesn't mean you gave them life. They were living before you birthed them. Collective, you were living before your mother birthed you. Before your father donated to your birthing process here in the 3D. Okay? Everything is. Say it again, Omega. Everything is. Everything is. Okay. All right. Looking at Regina and Young, again, that son could have been young when they passed. 5, 7, 9, 20, 12, 15, 16, 25, 27, 28, 30, 7, 4, 3, infant, newborn, however it goes. Okay. FBI and government agents are following you, protecting you. So, for some of us in this energy, you have FBI agents following you, protecting you. Okay? So we have sexy and South America on top of the stack. What are we doing with time? Okay, we are just a little over an hour. What sense does that make? What sense does that make, Justice League? What sense does that make? I'm a vegan. Then you go to a restaurant. How would you like your steak? Medium rare, please. How are you a vegan? And it doesn't make sense. Muslims that eat ham but don't like pigs. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay? Contradicting thoughts, contradicting actions. Okay? A double-minded man or woman is unstable in all their ways. A double-minded man or woman is unstable in all of their ways. Okay? You can't say you're a Muslim, you don't eat pork, and yet you eat ham. What is ham? Okay? Somebody is a ham. Yep, yep. You are a cusp baby. Okay? You are born on August 21st. You are a cusp baby. Okay? So we have Cancer. I just rolled the dice and decided to see what came out here. So we have Cancer. We have the number 7. Okay? So that makes sense. Cancer birthdays in the 7th month. That makes sense. Okay? And give me just one moment while I look something up here. Okay? I do not have all of the moon signs recognized or memorized, so let me look up whatever, or planets, I should say planets. Okay? So let me look up this planet symbol so that I can relay the right information. So we have Venus, okay? So we have Capricorn, Venus, and the number 7. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire, okay? Venus. The number 7, you could be a life path 7, okay? Again, shout out to DP and your 7-year journey, okay? All right. So Venus, you might want to look and see where Venus is in your birth chart. You might want to take a look at your birth chart and see where Venus is in your birth chart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tie it up here. We are going to pull some more tarot to go ahead and close it out. Again, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, angels, archangels, and ascended masters, guardian angels. Thank you so much for all that you do here for the collective, all that you do here in the 3D through us, through our unconditional love, as well as our willingness to speak the truth, through our unconditional love and our willingness to speak the truth, even if that means releasing someone that we thought was promised to us, even if that means releasing someone that we thought was promised to us. Thank you so much, Omega. Okay, thank you so much, Egyptian shamanic energy. Okay. So we have the Star card, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Star card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. Wow. Wow. So somebody out here is meant to be some type of star. Somebody out here is meant to be some type of diamond. Okay? Someone's out here is meant to be in a leadership position, and a strong leadership position. Okay? A strong leadership position. This is part of your reward collective for managing your money well also. This is part of the reward for managing your money well. Okay? So you manage your Two of Pentacles well, or your Two Pentacles. You read about this story with the in the religious book, that's the Bible, when it talks about the talents. Excuse me. So when it talks about Most High gave this one 2 talents, he gave this one 3 talents, he gave that one 5 talents, and he watched to see, divine source watched to see what they did with those talents. One sowed them into dirt, okay? One sowed them into fertile ground, okay? And the other didn't do anything with them, or something like that, okay? So you are the one who may have only been given 2 talents, 2 coins, and others were given more, but you have taken that and you have now multiplied it, or at least have been faithful over it, okay? You didn't go out partying when you knew you didn't have the money to. You didn't go out spending money on clothes, wardrobes, cars, whatever, when you knew you didn't have it. And because of your faithfulness, you are now about to reap a magnificent reward, a magnificent reward. Oh yeah, Cincy, not a problem at all, not a problem, okay? So, this is you, okay? This is what is coming in. And again, we already have the Knight of Pentacles out here. We already have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So, ancestors, esoteric beings, extraterrestrial beings, working in the background to bring about this manifestation for you, okay? Also, I want to give an extremely, extremely special shout out. I want to give an extremely special shout out to Ra Truth Tarot. That's R-A Truth Tarot. I want to give a very special shout out to her. I've been listening to her for a little while now. And yeah. I don't know if she listens to me, okay? But, yeah. Thank you so much, Raw Truth Tarot, for all that you do, for releasing the truth, not just concerning me, but concerning all of the collective, concerning the entire earth, all 8.4 billion people on this planet, the karmic energy, the darkness, the apophis, apep energy that comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and the justice that has come to us if we stay the course. And this is part of the justice. Shout out to you, Raw Truth Tarot. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you. Okay? So we're going to take these cards, okay, place them in the stack, and see what they reveal. We're also going to confirmation. Something about ultra luxury something or other. That was the notification up there on the phone. Something about ultra luxury something. Again, star energy, ultra luxury something. Okay? Looking at the Ace of Pentacles on top of the stack that I already shuffled. Okay? Thank you so much for the likes and love, everyone. I do appreciate it, okay, and I reciprocate it. Yeah, me and you both, Justice League. And again, you definitely speak for all of us, high vibrational beings, for sure, okay? It doesn't matter if you've been on your journey for 2 years, you know, because it is a rough journey. Okay, but it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. Okay? Because we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And so the gap, bridging the gap between heaven and earth, that's you. Between heaven and earth, bridging the gap, that's me. Between heaven and earth, bridging the gap, that's you, judge. That's you, investigator in the upright. That's not a cross-dresser, bisexual individual. That is us. Okay? Stargate DNA harvest. Omega's on fire today. Omega's on fire. Okay, Divine said, take this card. It's the Hierophant message. We'll read it here in a moment. Hierophant message here, along with the Star card, the Wheel of Fortune, okay, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So some type of authoritative position, collective, somewhere. That could, again, that could be you as an entrepreneur, okay? When you get the funds, launch the business, launch the book, okay? You can publish a book on KDP for $0. You can purchase a book on KDP for $0. If you would like to know about the Warlock story, okay, who came against me, murdered someone in my family who I believe is my father in 1974, that is still an unsolved case. If you would like to hear about that polygamist who also took my first wife while I was in the military overseas in Germany, he took my first wife while we were waiting for housing. I was overseas, okay? If you want to hear about his story, you can go on Amazon KDP, okay, and it is an ebook, okay, and you can just download it. It's a short read, okay, it's a short story. You can just download it. It's $4.99, okay. You can't give me any money on this channel, and you never will be able to, okay. But if you would like to support, that is one way that you can financially. $4.99. It's called My Father, Your King on KDP. My Father, Your King. Okay. Oh, let me get the other deck. We have the Hierophant message out here. Okay. Divine Source tying up this message. Anything else? Star card, Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords, okay? So someone in the Eight of Swords energy, okay? Eight of Swords, because they have to give you back what they stole. Eight of Swords, okay? Yeah, My Father, Your King. That's the title of the little book, okay? We have someone who is lovesick out here, okay? Cupid is vomiting, okay? Cupid is vomiting, okay? So someone is lovesick out here, okay? They miss your love, they miss your hugs, they miss your kisses, they miss your cooking, they miss your chill and Netflix moments, they miss whatever. Somebody misses this, okay? This is most assuredly the individual who was in this Nine of Eight of Swords energy here, okay? For missing you, okay? Missing you, all right? So let's go ahead and place these in the stack. The Hierophant message, okay? The Hierophant message says, I have a lot of respect for the elderly and I follow their advice without questioning. I also follow tradition even if it's outdated. So this could be the downfall of this individual, okay? They couldn't walk away from family, okay? The family that was doing the witchcraft, that lied, cheat, and steal to get what they want, okay? The family who murders to get what they want. The government agency that lies about Jessica Aber. The military officials that lie about Lavina Lynn Johnson, okay? The government officials that are still hiding things about Euphegenia Wafontaine, okay? In Mississippi, or it's Louisiana, I think, okay? All of them, okay? They refuse to let go of traditions. What are traditions? To sweep shit under the rug is a tradition. To not tell on the priest that's raping the child, that's tradition. To go to church every Sunday and give your money to a minister, that's religion, okay? And that's tradition. Someone couldn't break away from tradition, okay? That came against you. Yeah, very sick people, very sick people, okay? And again, they are lovesick, okay? So Divine Source, we're going to go ahead and tie it up. We're going to go ahead and see where things are with these, and then we can go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have questions at this time, collective, feel free to ask. Now is the time. Confirmation, Bert. Thank you so much for tuning in. You could be a lot of places this morning, okay? But you're tuned in here. So thank you so much. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions as we get ready to tie everything up here and summarize this reading? We had this name out here in the last live too. Jordan, Jaden, Julie, June. Okay? So Jordan could have lost the son. Jaden could have lost the son. Julie could have lost the son. June could have lost the son. Jordan could be the son. Jaden could be the son. June could be the son that died due to someone's witchcraft and them plotting against you. Okay? That is on one side of this Hierophant card talking about traditions. Okay? And we have Abraham Hicks. So Abraham and Hicks. Okay? Brazil. You're in Brazil deeper? Is that where you're tuning in from Brazil? We have like around the world in here today. All around the world, same song. We got all around the world in here today. We got New Brunswick in here. We got Michigan. We got Texas. We got Cali. We got Vietnam. I cannot answer a question about will your financial investments pay off before month's end. That would require some type of personal reading, okay? You can schedule a free, you've not had a conversation with me, an esoteric conversation with me, Cincy. So you can schedule a free esoteric conversation with me, and we can go ahead and perhaps Divine Source will reveal something about your investments, my financial investments at this time, okay? I would be more concerned about the energetic investments. Abraham Hicks. Okay? She speaks the truth, undoubtedly. She speaks the truth, undoubtedly. Her birth name is Esther. Esther. Okay? And for all we know, she could be the same Esther, reincarnated, that came forth that we read about in the religious book, Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks. Okay. And yeah, you can send me an email. Okay. And we can have that conversation. It is done via Zoom. Okay. Because I do not trust karmic energy to have a phone conversation without being able to see the individual's face. Okay. That's the type of journey I'm on. We have Milligan. Eight of Swords, Milligan. Oregon. Anyone in here from Oregon? Anyone in here from Oregon? You would like a free, did you say free questionnaire? What type of questionnaire? I do not give out questionnaires. You can ask a question. You want a free questionnaire? I'm not sure. Yeah, I do not email questionnaires. You can ask me a question, or you can schedule a free esoteric conversation, because I know you've not had one with me. Oh, so if you click on the description section of the video, okay, when you read the title, you'll see ... more. If you click on that more, it will bring up the description of the video, and in that video description, you will see, it doesn't give a video description, it gives information on how to contact me, and it thanks you for tuning in. But you can send me an email to nehrupatah, NEHRUPTAH @gmail.com, or the Real Psychic Investigators @gmail. Okay? Yep. I was going to say Oregon or Oregon. Oregon or Oregon. Okay? Trafficking. Okay? On one side of Oregon, on one side, that's on one side of the Knight of Wands. So there is some type of authority. Again, just what Justice League said. Oh, okay. Excellent. Excellent. I look forward to that conversation for sure. And thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? 1579. 1579. Okay? 1579. Could be something about 1957. Okay? 1975. 1579. Okay? So the authorities could already be aware of this organ trafficking that Justice League is speaking about in the chat. Okay? On the other side, we have, I lied to them, that's why they didn't believe you. Okay? So someone lied to someone that you both know. This is why that other individual did not believe you. You could have came to them with the truth. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying this. I'm not sending that. I'm not doing that. They didn't believe you because someone else had already gotten in their ear and lied to them. Rhode Island in the house. Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Rhode Island came out here, I believe, in the last esoteric reading. I believe Rhode Island, Canada, and England came out in that. They're on the same card. Okay. On the star card, we have Roland, Rolando, Rolanda. On the star card. Okay. We have less coffee. I was just checking something. Okay. So you might need to drink less coffee this morning, collective. Investigators, police officers and that, investigators, attorneys drink a lot of coffee. Okay. You might want to change that up from time to time. Drink a juice. okay? Get a, I don't know, get a smoothie, get something else, okay, instead of coffee, okay? On the vomiting Cupid, we have government corruption and another confirmation with the informant is a user. So no wonder they can't get shit done. No wonder wherever government this is, okay? No wonder they can't get shit done. Okay, Cincy, be honest. What cup is that? What number cup? Fourth cup, third cup, second cup, first cup? What number cup is that? Be honest. Okay? So an informant is a user. Government corruption. On Cupid is vomiting. Okay? On the fate Wheel of Fortune, oh, third. Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Again, only your body knows. Okay? Hopefully you drink enough water. Your body is 70% water like the earth. You are a mirror of Gaia. Okay? You have an axis. It's called your vertebrae, just like the earth spins on an axis. Okay? You are mass, just like parts of the earth are land. You are also liquid. Okay? So on the fated Wheel of Fortune, we have strife and a demonic entity present. Return to sender, 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 return to sender. Times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. I'm going to do another egg cleanse today. Okay? I'm going to do another egg cleanse today. Okay? In order to, again, continue to remove myself and the energy of that divine masculine female that I have been manifesting. Okay? And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue to release her back to her path, whatever path she was on, whatever darkness she was involved in, whatever that was. She might not have been involved in any darkness, but whatever that was, she can go back to an ex-lover. She can do whatever she wants to after, as of today. She can do whatever she wants to. Okay? Because I refuse to have this in my life. Okay? I refuse to. And I am far more willing to walk this journey celibate for the rest of my life, this lifetime, than I am to sit around hoping that someone shows up who is a drag ass, lazy ass, slow ass, got excuses, can't get away from their family, listening to their stupid ass friends, or just too busy. Okay? Because if you're too busy for me, it wouldn't work anyway. Okay? Because my number one requirement, okay, is that the individual has time to spend with me. That is the number one requirement. If you have 2 hours out of your 24-hour day to spend with me, we cannot be together. If you have 6 hours out of your 24-hour day to spend with me, we cannot be together. Okay? Nothing and no one can stop the justice due to you. Okay? Nothing and no one can stop the justice due to you. Go get the people who keeps, right? Be wise, okay? And mind, body, and soul, Omega. Okay? No one can stop the justice that's due to you, collective. No one can stop the justice that you are meant to speak, investigators. No one, okay? No one, okay? Except you. You are the only one who can prevent forest fires. You are the only one who can prevent karmics from coming back into your life. Only you. On this Four of Pentacles, okay, on the other side, we have Berlin. So Germany or someone's name. Okay? This Four of Pentacles could be something someone left you. Okay? A meal ticket. I just heard someone left you a meal ticket. Confirmation. Dun, 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 dun. Okay? And that was 4 horn honks. Dun, 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 dun. On the Four of Pentacles. Okay? So someone left you a meal ticket. Okay. Speaking about Tupac Shakur and Poetic Justice, okay? I mentioned all of the main characters of that movie earlier. So we have Janet Jackson, we have Tupac Shakur, we have Regina King, and we have Joe and Tori. Janet Jackson's name in that movie was Justice. Justice. Okay? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and tie it up. Any other questions? We're going to go ahead and summarize everything right now. Give me a moment to collect the cards. Thank you so much for staying in, tuning in, okay? We've been at this for an hour and, I don't know, 40 minutes, something like that. Okay. I am noticing the readings are getting a little longer. Okay. Yeah, multiple people. I was saying, what a time to be alive. Yep. Yep. Collapsing. Yep. Berlin Wall. Yep. So, let's take a look here. And again, you can continue to ask your questions if you have any. Email me at NEHRUPTAH, NEHRUPTAH, if you would like to schedule a free esoteric conversation. The first one is free. Okay, I've been a tax accountant in a previous journey, in a previous chapter of my life. Okay, after the military. You can ask me business questions. Okay. I do not prepare taxes anymore. Okay. So we have an HVAC specialist. Someone tried to poison you by putting food or putting something in your food or drink. This could be toxins. This could be arsenic. This could be blood. Ooh, confirmation. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Blood, 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 blood. So someone put blood in something of yours. Someone put blood in something that they tried to feed you or that you drank or that you ate. You could have had a reaction to this. Think about the people that you've been involved with, men and women. Okay? Have you ever had any allergic reaction when you were with someone? Did you ever have any allergic reaction when you were with someone? Bisexual cross-dresser. This again came out with the CIA. So there could be a CIA agent out here who is a bisexual cross-dresser. We have Josie. Okay. A female coven, Josie and the Pussycats. A female coven, Josie and her Pussycats. Okay. I did beauty spells against you because you are beautiful or handsome. You look good. You smell good. You keep yourself ready. You stay fit. They wonder why. You 30 and you look the way you do. You're 40. You look the way you do. You're 50. You look the 60. They're wondering why you look the way you do. They're jealous. Okay? Because they got a pot belly and can't bend over to tie their shoes. They can't see their belt buckle. They're jealous of that. 46. Okay? They're jealous of that. Okay? She had kids, you had more kids than she did, and you still look better. She's jealous of that. TV dinners for life, incarceration, So someone's getting a life sentence, or this could be a 15-year sentence, but they could be in their 60s and they not make it the full 15 years, okay? Someone can get 20 years and they're 50. They don't make it, okay? East London. Yeah. There's no any need to be jealous of anyone. Never, okay? Jessica Aber was murdered, okay? Jessica Aber was murdered, okay? Thank you so much for the love, everybody. Thank you so much. Go outside today if you can. If it's 16 degrees below zero outside, I would advise not going outside. Someone's son out here died because of the witchcraft that they sent to you. You may already be aware of this, or this will be coming in with the rest of the news. CIA, they watch the channel for damn sure, okay? Your light aura collective, okay? That is your feminine aura, your light aura, okay? That is your feminine aura, okay? That doesn't mean men are homosexuals, okay? I am a divine feminine male, okay? And I assure you, I am not a homosexual, okay? I assure you, all right? Take the trash out, okay? Take the trash out. Whoever that is in your life that is trashy, take them out. Not out on a date or out for drinks. Take their ass to the curb, okay? Because they're trashy. That's where they belong, on the curb, okay? Don't think twice, act now on that word, okay? This is for divine masculines and divine feminines, whatever that is, okay? If they steal your trash, Omega, they're taking things from the trash. I'm not sure if you live in a single family home or if you live in, I don't know, an apartment complex or townhouses. I'm not sure what your setup is, but if you can call authorities about someone taking your trash, I would definitely do that. Okay? If you can catch them in the act, I would definitely do that. Okay? And yeah, definitely be careful of what you throw away. Okay? We have Nova Scotia, Nevada, and Naples. We have Army. It doesn't have to be Army. It could be Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, some branch of the United States military or some other military. Okay, they could be in the Croatian army. They could be in the Russian army. They could work for Vladimir Putin. They could be wherever, anywhere. Someone in the military. Less coffee, okay? 3 cups isn't bad, but again, your body knows, okay? Also, do you want to know why limiting your coffee intake is important? Because coffee is a diuretic. Again, you're talking to an unlicensed nephrologist because of my 4.5 years of dialysis. So coffee is a diuretic. It causes you to go to pee more often, okay? But it also dehydrates you, okay? This is why when you drink a certain amount of coffee, this is why your skin tightens up, okay? This is why your skin tightens up after a while, okay? It slows down the blood flow. If you ever notice in your body, when you drink excessive amounts of coffee, that is what happens, okay? Because it is dehydrating you, okay? I lied to them. That is why they did not believe you, okay? So someone got to someone's ear before you did, okay? Someone got to someone's ear before you did. Before you could tell them the truth, I was going to say before you can shake the truth. Before you can tell them the truth, confirmation. Before you could tell them the truth, somebody else started talking to them and told them a lie. Oh, Cincy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And it's good to see you in the room. Thank you so much. Okay? Look forward to you being a part of the energy moving forward. Okay? I don't know how this got in there. Okay? We have Central America. Central America. Again, Colombia, Panama. We have fraud. FBI, government agents are following you, protecting you. That was a lot of horn honks. Oh yeah, quantum entanglement. All right. So some of us have FBI agents following us. Jordan, Jaden, Julie, June. Again, these could be one of the names of the son who passed, the mother who had the son who passed. Okay? Any one of these names. Milligan, Milligan. Oregon or organs. Okay? Oregon, the state, or organs. Organs. Like a kidney. The informant is a user. So there's an addict out here who is an informant for government agencies, police agencies. There's an informant that is an addict. They could be getting fed these drugs by the law enforcement agency. You see movies about this. Government corruption, nearly everywhere. Demonic entity present. Okay, this demonic entity could be within the government. It could be the informant. It could be the bisexual cross-dresser. It could be Milligan. It could be someone who delves in organ trafficking. It could be someone who is in Oregon. It could be Josie. Okay, it could be any one of these individuals out here. Demonic entity. Okay. Strife, that will create strife. Okay, we don't run from the battle. Okay, you might try to avoid the battle, but we don't run from it. Nothing and no one can stop the justice due to you except you when you get off your divine path. Okay, you can stop your journey. Berlin, Germany, wall coming down. Berlin Wall, Germany. East Berlin or East Germany, that's where Berlin is. East Germany. Okay. We can't heal them all, simply walk away. Okay. Someone's a racist. Someone could live in New Jersey, okay, in this energy, live in New Jersey, okay. The name Anthony. A Pisces sun sign. Uruguay and Uriah. Uruguay and Uriah. Kerner. I was going to say her name earlier. Tara Greenstadt. I was going to say her name earlier. Someone's a Virgo, sun sign in this energy currently. Oh, yeah. There you go. Bricks. All right, that a wall is built on, bricks that a wall is built on. Okay, we have the name Daniel. Okay, I think that's it. Seems like there were more cards than that. Okay, maybe not. All right, so collective, thank you so much as always for tuning in again. As we tied up the collective reading, psychic investigation reading, I set these 4 cards aside so that I would know where they are to pull them out at the end again. This is what we have. Okay? So we have something about a promise fulfilled, confirmation, a promise fulfilled with the wheel of fortune. You are meant to be some type of star. Whatever your divine path has you on, some type of artist, some type of truth speaker, some type of something, okay? You could be a spiritual scientist, okay, dissecting all of the bullshit, okay? Whatever that is. You could be a psychic. You could be a medium. You could have, okay, clairvoyant gifts, okay? There are 5 clairs. You could have these clairs working highly for you at this time, okay? Tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Shout out to Abraham Hicks. Shout out to that sweet woman, sweet girl. When I say girl, that's an affectionate term. So if I'm like, hey, what's going on? I don't know. What's going on, Judy? What's up, girl? Okay, that's an endearing term, okay? But this is where the promise is, collective, okay? This is where the promise is, okay? And again, for me, in releasing, and we have Slade, Sadie, and Sylvester, okay? For me releasing that divine masculine female, okay? For me releasing her, I'm back to my monk energy, okay? And I say back to, I don't know if I ever really truly was, okay? But that is a it's a path of isolation, okay? I've been in deep meditation the entire day, and again, when I'm done here, I am going to do another egg cleanse, okay? I'm going to do another egg cleanse. And more cord cutting from that divine masculine to put them back on their path wherever they want to go so that they are free to do whatever they want to do. Okay? Collective, thank you so much as always for tuning in. So many of you tuned in today. So many of you. That makes me happy to see that all around the world the truth is getting out. And I don't say that to pat myself on the back. I say that because I know Erevat speaks through me. I know who I am. Okay? And I know the ancestors, the extraterrestrials. I know the Council of Light. I know the Sanhedrin Council. I know the Ascended Masters. I know the Archangels. I know they use me. Again, that's why I say that my life is a demonstration. To all of you who have sent compliments to me, thanking me for the truth, thanking me for whatever I've helped you see, whatever I've helped confirm in your life, thank you so much. I send you great love as well. And wish you well on your journey as we continue to go upward and onward. Thank you so much, investigators, for all that you do. Those of you who are in the upright, who are really truly seeking the truth, okay? Not just justice, the truth, okay? On the earth, someone considers justice if someone gets life in prison for murdering their child. But if the whole truth is not known to the victim, that's not full justice, okay? What I want to know is every name and every individual. That's what I want to know. That is the truth. That's beyond justice. Okay? Thank you so much, intuitive judges. Thank you so much, high vibrational investigators, CIA, DEA, FBI, CIA, NIA, NSA, NASA, whoever you happen to be, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for all that you do. Again, sending great love to you. Thank you so much, Sensi. Good to see you in here. Thank you so much for all of you. Omega, thank you so much. Justice League, thank you so much. So many of you tune in on a regular basis and add to what Divine Source is doing here on this channel. As always, be encouraged.